Hi everyone, welcome back to Plum Mashable. So today is a very, very exciting day here on my channel. I have the brand spanking new Kikki K wedding planner. I'm just going to pop it just a little bit to share with you, and some very, very exciting news. So if you want to have a good walk through this one, see how I customize it a little bit and hear my very exciting news, then just keep watching. So this is the first time I'm actually opening this box fully and getting a first look at it. This is the brand new Kikki K wedding planner. This launches in stores this week. And the reason I get it first is, and I'm so excited to announce this, Kikki K have joined up with a couple of, well, actually I think there's about 6 of us, to launch the first Planner Insiders team. And I'm really, really honoured and excited to be one of those people. So Kikki K have sent me this to have a look at, to let them know what my thoughts are and to let you guys know what I think of it. So it's the very first time I've seen this. I haven't actually taken it out of the box at all. We're going to do a full walkthrough the same way I always would, and then I'm going to customize it just a little bit. So when you open it up, it is a white leather planner. It's got gold foiling all over it, so you can see the shine that's there. Like, oh my god, so gorgeous, so wedding colors. Because this is leather, you can also monogram it. So if you have a store that does monogramming anywhere near you, you can get your initials or your name or your partner's name on here if you wanted to. So excited to have this, so excited. So we're going to open it up. It's a soft leather too, just to compare that with the other leathers. It's not textured, it's a beautiful soft leather. It has the gorgeous clip, and then on the back it's got just the logo. It's not embossed or pushed in or anything. It's just printed there in the gorgeous gold. So we'll open it up. Oh my goodness. So the fabric on the inside it's a silver, but it's kind of, I don't know if you guys can see it but it kind of feels, it doesn't feel like a fabric I've ever felt Kikki K have before. It's a real, kind of feels like corduroy. Like, not, that's a really bad, but it's a silver skinny corduroy, but it's just gorgeous. It gives the illusion of stripes, but it's really not. It's one piece of fabric. Oh, that's so gorgeous. So then we've got, the same way as always with Kikki K's, we've got your little notepad on the top. Oh, I thought that said something about being a bride, and I was like, oh, that's different, but never mind. It's just the normal way of make sure you use these. It's got your 3 pockets for your business cards, and may I just say, something I've been finding with mine, I put a lot of business cards in this pocket, and then I can't find them. So I've obviously been using my Aldi planner. I haven't decided yet if I'm going to move my Loxley one in here. I'm thinking about it. I haven't decided. But I've been using the pocket in the Aldi one to put in wedding business cards for all the different places that I'm thinking about using, but having them in here would be so much easier. So I love that. And then you've got your normal sort of pocket, which also has, also got that beautiful silver on the inside there. And then you've got your zip, which also has the gorgeous silver. And then you've got your gold actual zip. I'm going to take off the cardboard here just so that it's a bit easier to get through. Oops. Oh, that's so cute. So I'll show you the back of this first and then I'll come back. So you've got at the back, you've got your little notepad. This just says bride's notes, and I'm sorry, that is gorgeous. I have so many notes. I'm so glad they have a bride's note section. That just feels so pretty. So your rings are gold to match the buttons and the front and the zip. Then on the front here, you've got your big day personal information. So you can put your name, address and stuff so if it gets lost. Oh my God. I may have to merge. I love my Loxley. I am so in love with my Loxley. This is, just to put that out there, I'm not going to replace my Loxley with this, but I can feel myself putting some of these in with my Loxley because I don't have a countdown on that one, and I think it would be a good thing to have in there. So you've got your wedding countdown checklist here. So 12 months to go, 6 to 9 months, 3 to 5, 1 to 2. Just little things to tick off as you get along, and as you guys know, I love ticking things off. You've got 2 weeks, 1 day, and then after the wedding, and then you've got your others here. So if there's anything in particular for your wedding that you need to have, you can have that in here. You've also got your important contacts just at a glance. So your venue photographer, your officiant, florist, and then anybody else you might need to put in there. I love that at the start, they're your important pages. That I really love that. So then we've got the calendars, your first bit. So the best is yet to come. So these are your undated inserts. So they've got your Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday across the top. Really great for counting down. I actually don't have a calendar like this in mine, and I think I should. So that's really great. And I think there might be 18 there. Not quite sure exactly how many there are. Hold on, we'll count them out. Yes, so there's 18 exactly, which is great. If you've ever planned a wedding, or if you've ever thought about planning a wedding, most people take sort of 18 to 12 months to plan it. So I love that they've put a couple of extra inserts in there for that. That's great. Also, before I keep going, the tabs here have your normal sort of tab ones on here. So you've got your calendar, budget and guest, venue, dress, photos, details, and honeymoon. And they've all got these gorgeous gold quotes on the front. So this one is the best is yet to come. When you get to the budget one, it says love is in the air, and then you've got your to-do lists. So these are just, you go, oh, I was going to say they were just all to-dos, but they're not. So you've got a couple of pages of to-dos, and then you've got your budget checklist. So how much are you having for your engagement party? What's your estimated actual deposit and your balance? I love places like inserts that set it out like that, so you can really plan what you want to spend, but then you can compare it to actually what you had to. And also with your balance due and your deposit, so you know what you've paid. And everything is set out here. So you've got your engagement party, your ceremony, your reception, and they're all broken down. So that's excellent. There's no way you can forget anything, any detail, when they're down like this. It's fantastic. So cool. Then you've got your budget checklist here too with your honeymoon, and then miscellaneous. So anything else you want to add in here. If you're having it, trying to think of something special that we're doing for ours. I don't even think I know, but something like accommodation the night of, because we're not getting married at home, right? That's actually not here, so that works really well. So accommodation the night of the wedding, I need to make sure that I put that in here because we're not staying at home. So be able to have that in here is great, as well as the accommodation for the couple of days before and the couple of days after. So then you've got your guest list. You can write them down. If they've RSVP'd, what their table number is, their dietary requirements, what the present list gave you was, if you are getting presents for your wedding, and then if you've sent them a thank you. So this could be a really good way to have everybody set out really easily. You've got a couple of pages for those, which is great. And then you've got your notes section at the back. Then your venue one at the dance the night away. That's awesome. So you've got your to-dos for your venue at the front. Then you've got the vision board style. Oh, this is so good. Got your vision board inspiration kind of thing, sticking them all in, making sure you get your colour palettes right. Very, very similar to my Loxley, which I think is fantastic. You've got your ceremony venue research. So if you've got a couple of places in mind that you're not quite sure where you want to have the ceremony, you can do that. It's got the price and the available dates so that you can look at that all at a glance. Not everybody's as lucky as me and knew exactly where they wanted to have their wedding. Some people have to do some research. So you've got your order of your ceremony, so what the part is, what the person assigned to that part is. So a lot of things we've been learning with our officiant is that there's different parts of the ceremony that you can add in. So some people like to have like a knot tying ceremony or a candle ceremony, things like that, to add into just the normal parts, I guess, of a wedding. And I was always under the impression that weddings had to be a certain way. Apparently they don't. You can do them any way you like. As long as they mention a couple of certain sentences, they're basically the same. They can be any way you like. So having that sort of being able to set it out is really great. So then you've also got your reception venue research in here. So for the same way you did your ceremony, what sort of places do you maybe want to have your reception? A couple of pages of those. You've got your reception order. So the same way as your ceremony, if you want things to run at a certain time and what time you want them to run. So then you've got your seating chart here as well. So you can set out where everybody's sitting. A really good idea that I think you should do with any sort of seating chart is write them down on a post-it note, stick them down, and then you can actually write them down once you've moved everybody around. So that's fantastic. You got 24. Wow. 24 tables. Can I have 24 tables at my wedding? Just have 2 people on each one? That'd be great. I'm joking with Ryan. He's just giving me this blank look. It's hilarious. So you got your caterer research as well. If the venue you have doesn't have its own caterer, to be able to sort of go through places to see where you might want the caterer to come from. You've got your wedding cake research, same thing. You most people are going to try more than one cake, so to have all the ones there, and you've got a little section there for notes. Really like this cake, really didn't like this cake, etc. Beverages as well, so if you're not having it at a reception venue that already has its own beverages supplied, if you need to buy your own. Final menu, special diet alternatives. Then you've got your transport, so to remember how you're getting to the ceremony, how you're getting from the ceremony to the photos, how you're getting from the photos to the reception, and how you're getting from the reception to the after party. Don't need that part. We're not having an after party, we're going to be asleep. You've got your transport research, so going through the same thing you did with everybody else, making sure you get the right company, and then you've got note sections at the back, so to be able to write down anything you like. Love that. You've got the dress section, the section that Ryan's never going to see. Love, love, love. So you've got your to-dos at the front. You've got your vision board again. You've got 2 pages of that because, let's face it, there's so many magazines and websites and everything on wedding dresses, you're never going to ever run out of inspiration. So then you've got your measurements. So this is a really good thing, I think, to have written down when you start looking for a dress, is to know exactly what your measurements are so you can tell the people at the store. You got your favourite gowns here, where you got them from, what the style number is, etc., so that it's all here and then you can pick it out. And you've got lots of pages of dress research. I hope I don't have to try that many dresses on. I'm hoping does every girl have the same dream? They just want to walk into a dress shop, try one on, and that's the one? Because I have that dream. I don't want to be trying them on all day. So you've got your accessories research, your shoes, your veil, your jewellery. Then you've got your wedding rings as well. There's a whole lot more for the wedding rings than the others because obviously they're really important. Your bridesmaids' dresses, lots of pages for those as well. And then you've got your groom as well as in with the dress. So what you want the groom to wear, a couple of pages of vision board style for those. And then all the attire. You've got the same thing with the measurements for the groom as well, which is so good. And then you've got your groomsmen attire research, and then your other attire. So for anyone else that might be in the wedding party, so if you're having like a bridesman, which I know is something that one of my friends had, having him be included as well. If you're having your mother or your father in there as well, that sort of one's really great. And then you've got your hair and makeup inspiration board, 2 of those as well. Appointments to keep track of for hair and makeup, and then for others as well, not just for the bride. And then your notes section at the back. Then you've got your photos, always and forever. They're very similar setups. They're always your to-dos at the front, and then you move into your inspiration, which I think is fantastic. So all going through, it says here, consider the style and look of your favourite wedding photography and reference images and inspiration to help find that perfect photographer. So it's not just finding a photographer, but it's finding a style you like and then finding a photographer that can actually replicate that. So then you've got all your research here as well, lots of pages of that. We're going to take full advantage of those. You've got your order list, so if you're having how many large prints, how many small prints, etc. If family or friends want them as well, being able to keep them here is great. Same thing with video inspiration. So obviously you can't stick videos in your planner, but you can have stills and links to videos in here that you really like, so that you can link back to them and double check if that is the style you want to go with. And you've got all that research there as well. Got the music research, so how do you want the entertainment to be? I'm not sure if I've told you guys this, but with ours, we originally wanted a DJ, and then finding a DJ locally became really complicated. So what we've actually decided to do is just do an iPod full of all of our favourite songs, and people are going to contribute to that when they send their RSVPs back. So that's sort of what we're going to do there, but at different moments of the ceremony and stuff, I'm going to have that. So being able to write some of those things in there would be great. There we go. And actually, so there we go. Ceremony music orders. What are you going to walk down the aisle to? What's going to end the ceremony? What's going to be playing when you're signing the register? And then the same thing at the reception. And it reminds you of those really important moments, just to let you know. You've also got your favourites playlist to all go through there. You've got your do not playlist. So if you've got couple of songs that you really hate and you are having a DJ, you can give that to them and say, under no circumstances do you to play these songs. And you've got your notes section, and then in the pop the champagne, which is your details tab, this is going to have all the other little bits. So you start off with your to-dos. You've got your styling section, so how you want your table decorations to look, how you want your table settings to look, what your color palette is, all that can go in here. Table settings, so your final design. So if you want to have pictures of how your final design is going to be, I'm going to practice mine a couple of times, so to be able to cut them out, stick them in is awesome. Your to buy, what do you need to buy? For me, I need to buy lights. That's one thing I know I need to buy. Got a bit of a mark there, but that's okay. So you've got a couple of pages of those. Got the final design of your decorations, so not just your table settings, but also around the venue. Because we're having ours in a more casual place, we have to decorate it ourselves, so getting all the lights there as well. Making sure I've got pictures to hang on the wall and things like that are all there. DIY projects, what I'm going to be making a lot of in the next couple of months, that's all there too. Your flowers as well. I'm trying to go through this a bit faster because this is just so chock-a-block. So you got your flowers inspiration board as well. Flowers researcher, going through making sure you talk to all the photographers that you can. And you got your checklist as well. So you have your bride's flowers, the maid of honor's bouquet, the groom's bontonniere, is that how you say that word? The tossing bouquet as well, because often that's not the same one as the bride carried down the aisle. And then you've also got like the aisle flowers and the ones in the entranceway. Stationery inspiration, so if you're like me and you made your save your date cards, being able to put that there, or something that's inspired you before you've made it, you can put that in there. You've also got your research if you are going to have them made up. So you've got your checklist of your stationery items, so you've got your engagement party, save the date cards, RSVPs, and all those sort of things, as well as your thank you cards and your guest book. So you've got your wedding invite wording here, so if you sort of aren't sure how to write it, this sort of walks you through the easy way to be able to do that. Then you've got another note section here as well if you want to write down maybe the wording of your save the date card or anything like that. You've got your bombières, so this is great. A wedding bombière is both a way to thank your guests and a wonderful reminder of your special day. I wish I had known that before. I had no idea. This would have helped. So you can put images of what you want that to look like in there, and then things to buy for that as well. You got your thank you gift ideas, so for your people that are in the wedding, often thank you gifts are something that you might want to do. You've got your gift registry wish list, so if you're going to do a gift registry, being able to write everything down here before you actually register for it, especially if there's sort of just ideas that pop into your head as you're doing the whole planning process. You might think, oh, I need a new laminator. Can someone buy me a laminator? Right, I'd kill someone if they gave me a laminator. I have plenty already. And then the last tab in here is the honeymoon, which says life's better with you. Got your to-do list as per the other ones. You've got your research, so your destinations, where do you want to go, why do you want to stay there, how long do you want to stay, and you've got all of your different ones for that. So we've got 8 destinations there, I think. Yep. So then you've got your budget for your honeymoon as well, so your flights, your estimated and your actual, your accommodation, vaccinations, etc. And you've got 2 pages of those, 3 pages of those. Wow, that'd be a long honeymoon. Can you imagine needing all of those? The good thing is though, if you made a mistake here and you're a bit anal retentive like me and you would want to rip it out, you've got another page there to be able to do that, which I think is fantastic. Then you've got your actual itinerary, so where are you departing, where are you arriving, and it's got a couple of different bits, so if you're doing different legs of your honeymoon, you have got that ability to be able to put that in there. So you've got a couple of those. You've got your flights, so you're from, your to, etc. Your airline, your website, stopover, etc. That's all there as well. Oh, accommodation the same way, so how much did it cost a night, just to keep all those sort of really important things written down. And you got your notes section at the back, and then we go back to the bride's notes. I'm so impressed with that. That's so good. That is, if you had no idea how to plan a wedding, like no idea how to plan a wedding, like I have no idea how to plan a wedding, this is a Bible. Like you can seriously plan your whole wedding with nothing but this, and you'd have no qualms on that you're going to miss something. I'm especially taken with this to-do list at the front, or the checklist at the front. I think that's fantastic. There's no way you can forget. And it's so easy to be able to go through and just cross something out if it's not applicable to you. Cover it with washi tape. There's plenty of ways that you can do that. And that's just such a fantastic, fantastic kind of tool to really get your wedding all put together. The only thing I'll say is I wish we had this in silver as well as gold, just because I'm much more of a silver girl than a gold girl. But that's really, even I'm taken by how gorgeous that is. That's just, like I'm trying to get the light to hit that right, because it's just spectacular. Love it. So what I thought I'd do to kind of personalize this a little bit, I want to show you how I'm going to use one of these vision board style ones. And I've just done a little page flag so that I went straight to it. So I'm in the venue section, and this is the page that's after the inspiration page. That would be where I'd put my color palettes and sort of where I'm getting the idea for both the reception and the ceremony. But this one, what I wanted to do, I'll just take it out. but I really wanted to put in a reading that I'm actually going to have one of my bridesmaids or somebody else special on the day, I haven't quite worked out who, actually read for me. It's something that I read a little while ago and it means a lot, and I'm not going to read it out to you guys. I'll let you guys read it on your own at a later stage. So what I've done is I've grabbed the Own Your Own Story notepad. I adore this, but because I really hate my own handwriting and because it's a slightly longer kind of thing, I've got Ryan to print it out on the computer. This is actually really easy to do. You just put it into a Word document, or if you're a little bit fancier and you know how, like Ryan does, you can put it into InDesign or even into Photoshop, and then you can just print them out on a B5 page. It's actually really, really easy. So what I'm going to do is measure out first of all where this is, just so that I can cut it sort of to the right size. You could obviously print it straight on there if you wanted to, but you don't have to. So I'm just going to mark where my edges are and then just put it through the paper trimmer. We're going to be doing a bit more decoration with it too, so it doesn't matter if I've got this little bit at the top that's not quite right, nor if it's slightly too big or slightly too small. It's not going to make a big difference, so we're going to decorate it up anyway. Just cutting that out. It's just about the right size. It's not quite, so because it's not, I'm actually going to cut that top off and leave it so I can make it a bit more decorative. It's the other cool thing about your planners, like if something doesn't work the way you want it to, you can always try it another way. There's always another way you can do something. So we'll stick that down right on there. We'll punch the holes through that, so that's easy. And we'll do the same thing with the other side, which unfortunately we printed upside down, but that's okay. Because I have printed it upside down, I'm not going to measure this so much. I'm just going to cut her out. So I'm going to stick those down. I'm just going to grab my glue tape and just stick these down and then punch the holes out. That's the quote stuck in. I really love that paper. To me, that's a really gorgeous, it looks weddingy without looking too over the top. And especially if you're having a less traditional wedding, that kind of not looking too much like a wedding is a really good thing. So then we're going to sort of just decorate this a little bit. There's a quote in the sticker book that I just absolutely adore that actually really fits weddings, which says today is your day. So I want to grab that out with this gorgeous gold. I'm going to put that, actually before I put that down, this one's got some really cute borders as well, so I'm going to grab this pink stripy one. I'm going to put that at the bottom of the page. There we go. And then put the today is your day sort of in the middle of it. And then at the top of the other one, I'm going to add this little champagne bottle kind of one. So this isn't a sticker, this is actually a little, it's supposed to be a tag I think, but I'm just going to put that at the top. I'm just going to cut off the knobbly bits. It's a bit hard actually. It is supposed to be a tag because it's got a little hole in there that I've just seen, so definitely supposed to be a tag. But very easily something else that it can be instead. So I'm going to stick that at the top. And I'm getting glue all over my desk again. Put that there. Then we're just going to put a couple of these absolutely gorgeous little stickers. I love these. I love the gold of them, and then I love the colour of them as well. But they're actually going to fit this really nicely, just sort of scattered around the place. So I'm not being particularly crazy with it. I'm not worrying about where it's going. It's just really to make it look as pretty as it possibly can be. Those colours just look really cute with that. I just put a couple of little stars and stuff all around the place. I'm actually going to grab just a couple more and put them on this side as well to make it match up. And the very last thing I want to do is just want to grab this tag, and it just says "You got this," and it's more a bit of a motivational piece, a motivational sort of reminder to whoever reads this, whether it's my sister or my maid of honor, or if it's even me, because it's even me that I'm considering possibly reading this. Just that I've got this, I can do it, I can get it out without crying. I can't actually get it out, can't get reading it without crying. But it's an absolutely gorgeous quote, and well, it's not really a quote, it's more of a passage, I guess. So we'll put it back where it's supposed to go. Should have left the post-it note, seriously. So put it back in here. And we've got this gorgeous little reading, or medium-sized reading, that somebody, whoever it is, can read on my wedding day. It's already here in my planner, so I don't have to remember to bring it. It's already in here, it's already ready to go, and it looks spectacular. But it's a really easy way to add things that you're going to have in your plan, in your wedding, into your planner, so that it's all in one place and going to be absolutely easy to find on the day. So that is my walkthrough of the new kikki.K wedding planner. To kind of sum up what I think this is fantastic. If you're a first time bride, which not everybody is, but a lot of people are, this has got everything you're going to need to be able to really plan every detail of your wedding. Everything's been thought of. You've got your notes sections, you've got your to-do lists, and you've got so many beautiful ways that you can personalize it. And this is just one way that you can. Cutting things out and sticking them in isn't really complicated, but it's a really great way to be able to put in everything that you're going to need on your wedding day. It's all here, all ready for you. Just something that I have noticed when I've been playing with this, the paper quality of this has gone up quite a lot. How thick this is fantastic. So I'm really happy that kikki.K's heard us when we've been saying that maybe their inserts are a little bit thin. This is definitely much more on the thick side, and I'm really, really excited by that. Just one less thing that we have to do. It does also have this slight yellow paper kind of tinge, which is fine. It's not going to stop you using it or anything, but it definitely feels a little bit more high quality than some of the other pages that kikki.K do. So that's it for today's video. I hope you guys did enjoy it. Please give it a big old thumbs up if you did. Don't forget to be subscribed so you don't miss any further videos using kikki.K stuff or using anything else. I will be using this in my monthly decoration, which is coming up later in the week. I'm really, really excited to be part of kikki.K's first Planner Insider team. I'm really excited to introduce you to some of the other Planner Insiders, which we'll be doing on Thursday, so make sure you come back for that video. Hope you guys have an absolutely fantastic rest of the day. Thanks very much for hanging out with me, and I'll see you again really, really soon. Thanks a lot. Bye!